One of the central themes of the Grow Your Own exhibit was to explore the social impact and the societal responsibilities that we inherit from the technology of synthetic biology, genetic engineering. In Blighted by Kenning, the question raised was whether the capabilities that we grant to ourselves can be a form of a poison fruit. The project focused on the encoding of one of the most fundamental human rights into the code of DNA, spraying that DNA onto an apple, and then inviting people to eat or consume that, I suppose justifying it in so doing. In Into Your Hands Are They Delivered, the question of our responsibility to nature and perhaps how we're failing to guard the nature that we've claimed for ourselves is really put into focus. I think the implication is really that somebody out there has decided they've had enough of oil and has taken it into their own hands and said, let's create a species that will destroy oil forever. In Common Flowers, Flower Commons, the question of intellectual property and our ownership of the living things we buy or are given or discover is raised through the moondust carnation, a genetically modified carnation which simply expresses a blue colour. Does biology allow the inheritance of intellectual property? It's very playful, it helps people to interact with the question, and it challenges people to say, what's wrong with this? In Stranger Visions, the predestination side of DNA, the genetic determinism side of DNA is given a face by asking, can you take DNA found in a public place, and can you sequence that DNA and make inferences about the appearance of the person it comes from? What does that mean for you? Should you feel concerned about leaving genetic traces behind? Should you sterilize every cigarette butt that you discard? And because it's a face, because it's a thing we see every day and that we're hardwired to react to, I think that it's a lot more provocative than merely asking hypothetical questions about health or inheritance.